Hey guys, my name is Kern and welcome back to Octane Street, the road here on YouTube that never ends, and things are about to get real busy in here, which makes this the perfect time to record my episode number 2 in my apprenticeship series. So part of my job as an apprentice mechanic is to inspect the following very carefully and in a short amount of time. So that is A, whether the vehicle has any structural damage to the undercarriage of the vehicle, such as the frame rails or any other components like that. B, if the vehicle has any leaks coming from any sort of place underneath the vehicle. And C, to identify exactly where those leaks are coming from. So this right now, what we're inside is called the pit or the oil bay. And now what happens is a mechanic will actually be inside the pit while other company drivers are driving vehicles overhead for the mechanic to inspect. Now, since there are a lot of components to the underside of a vehicle, this is something that actually takes a lot of time to learn and to know what you're actually looking at to then call it out to the person above. So with that being said, this is something that I'm very much still learning. Thankfully, all callouts made by the mechanic in the pit are double checked later on by a more experienced mechanic. All right, so now that you guys know the basics about the pit and what the mechanic actually does down here, I figured I'd share a little tip with you guys if you guys wanted to inspect your own vehicle at home. Now this is gonna be particularly for any kind of leaks on your vehicle, because I know usually when you're buying a vehicle, you kind of want to know if there's anything leaking, because that could lead to expensive costs. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you the oil pan gasket, for example, and give you guys a little tip when checking your own vehicle for leaks. What I've realized in my time working inside the pit is that it's not hard to determine if the vehicle has a leak or not, but rather to determine where that leak is coming from. So again, take for example this oil pan, okay? So let's say it looks like the oil pan gasket's leaking. We want to look above the oil pan to see if the leak is coming from anywhere above, because as gravity works, it'll actually push that fluid down, and while it would look like the oil pan's leaking, it might actually be the head gasket or even further up, the valve cover. So we can't really see them too clearly from here, but essentially the point I want to make is don't take leaks at face value, because it could be coming from something higher above. So while you might just think it's an oil pan gasket leak, which isn't expensive, in reality, it might actually be a valve cover leak, which is a lot more expensive. So there's a lot of things you got to consider when checking and inspecting your vehicle for leaks, but that's about all for now. Let's get right into the video. Good. Left front axle seal. Good. Oil pan gasket. Good. Oil pan gasket. AC compressor. Valve cover. Valve cover. Exhaust leak at flex pipe. Exhaust leak at flex pipe. Good. Tranny pan gasket. Good. Rear diff pinion seal. Good. Good. Hold on. Rev it. Tell them put it in park and rev it. Exhaust leak at flex pipe. Good. That's how you do that. See you guys next time. Peace.